Hello, my name is Alan. My job is to help you with your distance learning. My job is to help you with the support you need in terms of accessing things like Zoom, which is the platform that helps you with your training and your assessment and receiving your learning. My job is to help you with the submission of things like your cover sheets and your assessments and how you might interact with your trainers and assessors, and also to point out who the various trainers and assessors and contacts that you have at ALTEC College. So let's start with what you need to understand. Welcome. Welcome to ALTEC College. Welcome to distance learning. Welcome to the world of Zoom. Most students ask is, how do I connect to a Zoom meeting? Well, there is this website here that you can stop the video and you can copy and paste this. This is provided by Zoom, and this guides you in terms of how to use the Zoom platform. But there are 3 easy ways to join a Zoom meeting. The Zoom meetings are a key way in this distance learning program for you to be able to access the training and assessment with your trainer in ALTEC College for your particular course. Firstly, you might use the app that is available on your desktop. You would download it to your desktop or your laptop computer, or you can use your mobile device such as your phone or your tablet or your Apple iPad. Another way to access Zoom is via email. You could be sent an email invitation. And a third way to access Zoom is to go to the Zoom website itself. So let's have a look at using the Zoom app on your desktop device or your PC or your laptop computer. Once you've downloaded the Zoom app, you would open the Zoom app. When you open the Zoom app, you see the Sign In tab, and you would click the Sign In tab. Then you would enter your ALTEC College student ID and your name, your ALTEC College student ID and then your name. Then you would click Join, and then when you click Join, you will see this particular screen here, and you would need to put in your meeting ID. Now, this is what has been emailed to you from your trainer and your assessor, which is the invitation that has been sent to you via email, and you would add in your meeting ID. Thing to remember is that you can choose to enable or disable the audio or the video as you so wish. What about using Zoom via your mobile device, your tablet, your phone, or your Apple iPad? Again, you would have downloaded the Zoom app. You would open the Zoom app. You would click Join a Meeting. And then where you join a meeting, you would enter your meeting ID that has been sent to you via email. And then you would click Join a Meeting. And then you would enter your ALTEC student ID and your name. And again, you can enable or disable the audio, the video as you so wish. Another way of accessing Zoom is via email. You might be sent an email invitation from your trainer and assessor or a representative of ALTEC College. In that email, you will see a link, and you can see I'm highlighting the link here. I'm circling the link here. You would click the link from this email. You can join via PC, Mac, iOS, or Android system. You'll be taken to the meeting, and when you're taken to the meeting, you're invited into the meeting by your leader of the meeting or your host or your trainer and assessor. And as before, you can enable or disable the audio and the video as you so wish. Another way is you can go straight to the Zoom website. If you go to the Zoom website, you would click Sign In. When you click Sign In, you would enter your ALTEC College student ID and your name. You would click My Meeting on this meeting tab here. And then when you click My Meeting, there is the meeting link that you want to join. You would hit Start. And again, you'd be invited into that by your trainer and assessor. And again, you can enable or disable the audio or the video as you so wish. Privacy rules are important in the Australian context, and ALTEC College adheres to privacy rules in the Australian context, and we have a privacy policy. So when you are seeking to communicate with your trainer and assessor, please consider privacy policies. You can send a private message to your trainer or assessor regarding any questions or any queries that you have. You can do that through the chat function. Another thing you can do is you can raise your hand in the chat box, and your trainer and assessor will see that raised hand, that virtual raised hand, and respond appropriately. You can see some examples here where in the chat box in the platform, you can see it literally has this little hand symbol, and you can raise your hand there. Your host will be notified and your host will respond appropriately. You can lower your hand or end the chat again by clicking that tab. Another way of doing it is in the Windows platform, you can do Alt-Y to raise your hand and Alt-Y to lower your hand, or in the Mac platform, you can go Options-Y to raise your hand or Options-Y to lower your hand. What happens if you've missed a session? These things happen from time to time. There might be a reason beyond your control that you've missed a session. Well, you can request a record of the session from your trainer and assessor. You can request a recorded version of the session from your trainer and assessor. So please email your trainer and assessor. Provide them with a valid reason for missing your session, and your reason will be considered and assessed by your trainer and assessor and members of the college. And then if it is deemed as appropriate, you'll be sent the recorded lecture and a link associated with that. Sometimes you might need assistance. So the main way that you would contact your trainer and assessor for any assistance would be via your email. If you need more detailed understanding beyond what you see on the platform, on Zoom or through chat, you can email again your trainer and assessor for any detailed understanding of any concepts that you might have, and they will respond to you. But if you're still finding it a little bit difficult to understand some of these concepts, you can request an appointment with your trainer and assessor, and that can be set up for you at the campus. These are the people who you can contact if you need support. If you're involved in the leadership and management faculty, screenshot this or pause the video here. These people and these contacts you can access if you need help with leadership and management. We have Charles here who you can access via this email address if you need support in the business faculty. And in hospitality, you can see these individuals and their emails if you need support in the hospitality aspect of ALTEC College. We do need to talk to you about plagiarism. Plagiarism is taken very seriously at ALTEC College. Plagiarism, or the copying of someone else's work, is considered a misconduct and it is a dishonest offence. Our trainers do take random checks of student submission, and they use this Turnitin platform to check if items are plagiarized or not, or assessments are plagiarized or not. Students who are found with plagiarism will be marked as not yet competent. They will be marked as not yet competent in the unit that they've submitted. However, we can discuss this with you, and there are options for you to resubmit your work or resubmit the unit or re-enroll in the unit. All assessments, if there's some paraphrasing, if there's some citations, or if there's some references, please make sure you cite or reference any paraphrasing or any research or any quotations that you do. Now let's talk about submitting your assessments. There's several things here that we need to think about. Every unit needs to be submitted by the due date. In fact, it'd be better if you submitted it before the due date, because that gives your trainer and assessor opportunity to give you feedback. Please ensure that your assessments are emailed to your trainer and assessor by the due date, and please avoid any late submission fees. An assessment cover sheet needs to be filled in and signed for each unit that you submit. And you need to make sure the correct headers and footers are put onto the documents that you submit. And your assessments need to be in a single file. So let's have a look at the cover sheet itself. You have access to these cover sheets. You can download these cover sheets, and you need to fill in these cover sheets, and they need to go at the beginning of your assessment that you submit, or the unit that you submit. Open the assessment cover sheet using Adobe Reader. So you will need to download Adobe Reader. That is free. You click the Fill in and Sign tab. And then when you click the Fill in and Sign tab, you can use this feature in order to fill in and sign the document. The information we need to see on this cover sheet are things like your student ID, your student name, the course code that you are doing, for example, the Diploma of Leadership and Management, the description, the Diploma of Leadership and Management, the unit code, the unit description, and the task that you are submitting. So for example, the unit code might be BSB SUS 501, and you might be submitting developing sustainability policies here, and there might be 1, 2, 3 tasks. When you are continuing to complete this assessment cover sheet, this PDF form that needs to go at the beginning of your assessment, you should make sure you sign it, and you need to click Sign and Add Signature. It is really important that we receive your signatures on your assessment cover sheets and your documents. You can see here when you click the Draw button, you are able to sign your signature digitally. And then when you've signed your signature, make sure you hit the Apply button. And here you can see an example where the signature has been provided and the date. This is really important. It is important that you comply with legislation and you comply with compliance associated with your unit, and adding the cover sheet to the beginning of your unit is really important, and these are the ways in which you can complete the cover sheet. When you have completed the cover sheet, you need to make sure you add it to your completed assessment and your document, your Word document. Again, you need to remember that you need to have downloaded Adobe Reader, which is free. But when you're wanting to add the cover sheet to your Word document, you need to do these things. So you need to go into the Word document and you need to Insert tab. You need to press the Insert tab. Then you press the Object in the text group. And if you've downloaded Adobe Acrobat Reader, you will see this Adobe Acrobat document. You just select this cover sheet, you select the appropriate document, and then you insert that cover sheet into your Word document. When you're submitting your unit, we need to know who is submitting it and what is being submitted. So in each Word document and each assessment, please put in the header the unit code and the name of the unit code and the name of the unit. And so the example here is BSB SCUS 501 Managed Customer Service. And that is in the header option. Also make sure you put in the footer option your name and your student ID and the page number. Your name and the student ID and the page number. Now, another thing to think about is that make sure you separate the document that you submit. You've got your cover page, you've got your Word document with all of your assessment. Make sure you separate it into tasks. So for example, we need to see task 1, 2, and 3 for this particular unit, CUS 501 Managed Customer Service. So there's a cover page, task 1 with a unit name and title in the header and the student name and ID in the footer. And then in task 2, we need to see those same things. Another important thing to do is to convert then the Word file to a PDF document. That protects the document, that enables no tampering with the document, that makes the document more secure. So when you've got your Word document, you would open up the Export tab and you would click Export in order to turn it into a PDF file. And then you would tab Create PDF XPS Documents and you would click that tab in order to convert the Word document into a PDF file. Then make sure the converted Word document into a PDF file, make sure you save it onto your computer or your platform. Make sure you click the unit code and then click Publish, and then the PDF document will be saved in the designated place in your computer, and this will be what you need to submit to us. When you are submitting your units to us, please submit to them via email. So please submit them via email. You need to put in the email subject line the unit code, also the student ID. So you can see here, we've got the student ID, the unit code, or the student ID and the unit code. We need to see those things. We need to know where they're coming from. Make sure you attach your completed document in one file, and then make sure you send it to your trainer and assessor by the due date. If you have any concerns or have any questions, please make sure you contact your trainer and assessor. They are willing to help you to provide any assistance. This is how you do the practical side of the distance learning. This is how you access Zoom and receive your trainings. This is how you connect with your trainer and assessor. This is how you submit the work, please ensuring that you have your cover sheets and your Word documents all in one document, each assessment in one document with your name, your student ID, the unit title, and the unit code in the headers and the footers. I trust that this is all understandable to you. We look forward to interacting with you in our distance learning, and you make sure you have a great day.